everybody, and welcome back to the Reef. Today is transfer day number 2. First, look at those Duncans. Yes. Okay. We did get the lab test back from Triton on our order that we sent. And it is showing that our strontium is low, our boron is low, our lithium is very high. All of which could be causing our issues that we're having. Oh, and iodine is low as well. So we're going to do some replacement, just like we did when our potassium was low. So we're just going to dose some of that just to get it back up to normal levels. I did get a new power strip box thing, because that one was doing some weird stuff the other day and I didn't like it. So today is transfer day. So they got treated with the Pro for 12 hours. And again, this is our clean heater. We'll just let him sit in here for a minute. Shouldn't be hot. Take him, place him here, cool him off. So now we start the tank. We just seed the tank with just quick start. I also have microbacter that you can use, but I have this and it's almost empty, so we'll just use this to get it started. That's the end of it, actually. The other thing we have to do is we've got to cut a little bit of polyfilter. So I always keep polyfilter readily handy and available. So this was on sale. It was at Something Fishy, and it was like super cheap. And we're just basically using this polyfilter just to kind of as a place for that bacteria to seed and grow, and also to catch the poop from fish. Because in this method we aren't using copper, right? So we're not using any poison, so we're not killing off the bacterial population, the nitrifying bacteria in our tank. So we want somewhere for them to live. This also makes this method easier because we don't have to worry about the ammonia levels as much. So if you look at any of the other methods, you always want to add an ammonia badge to make sure that your ammonia isn't at too high of a level, which is high. I feel like that should be a lot easier than it is. And if it gets too high, then you need to do a water change or do something about detoxifying. Yeah, that is really hot actually. Or you've got to do something to detoxify that ammonia. Now there's a couple different ways you can detoxify the ammonia. There's something called ammo lock. I don't have that. I have Prime, which you always just keep around just in case something were to happen to the tank. I actually have like 4 bottles of it. Mostly because I have such a large tank that if I were to need to dose it, it's an extortionate amount. Okay. So, last but not least, we're going to unplug that. Because like I said, we are replacing this power strip because I just don't trust it anymore. Now the real question is why did this turn off? Actually, I'll shut off. Let me figure this out quick and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So just as I suspected, there was something going on with that power strip. Because it, screwing with it, tripped the circuit breaker. The GFCI outlet. So that's not great. Good thing I decided that I was going to replace it. It's very interesting though. So what we're going to do is we've got this nice new, more industrialized power box here. And I will tie that up to make it look nicer or whatever, or get like a short extension cord. But that will work for the time being, I guess. So just have to get this plugged back in here. And then this powers a little circulation pump. You see how I'm using it to break the surface tension of the water? That's what you want to make sure happens because that is how most of the gas exchange actually happens, is through the breaking of that surface tension of the water. Not through like bubbling or anything else. So now it's just a matter of fishing the fish out. Hopefully is okay. Not so much, which is fine. Okay, he swam right into it. If I can just get him out without. Okay. Now luckily, I know where the goby is. The Midas blenny, sorry. He is in here. He loves this tube a lot. To the point that I might actually get one for both tanks. Because the fish all seem to really enjoy being in that tube. Unfortunately, the chromis are a little more difficult to capture today than they were the last time around. One and trick is finding them. Once you find them, you can kind of corner them. There he is. Okay. All right. Let me go throw this in the sink quick. All right, so that's the move done. All right, so that's all I've got for today. I just gave them a little bit of food, see if that'll help them just kind of relax a little bit, get their bellies full. And they'll settle out where they find comfort and shelter and whatnot. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.